They're putting the mentally ill in camps now. Donald Trump and his newly appointed whatever the fuck he is, RFK Jr., are going to put mentally ill people into camps. Are we not paying attention, America? Like, come on. RFK Jr. goes after widely used antidepressants, claiming they could be a threat to Americans. This is a report from the Vanity Fair. Shout out to Under the Desk News, who broke this first. Within hours of taking the role, he released statements that they are view that a threat is posed by the widely prescribed SSRIs, or selective serotonin uptake inhibitors, like Zoloft, Lexapro, and Prozac. This is prescribed to 13% of American adults. They're going to make this go away. They don't want this to happen anymore. The thing that this goober needs to understand is that these drugs, these prescriptions, are life-saving drugs. This isn't just because you have a cough or a cold and you need to take it to get rid of it. These are life-saving prescriptions. This puts people back on a functional path in life that they wouldn't normally have if it wasn't for these pieces of medication. In addition to all of this, they're going to be creating wellness farms. And these wellness farms are going to be used for people to get off of drugs, but also psychiatric drugs is notably mentioned here, which means that if somebody is on psychiatric drugs, they're probably suffering from very, very serious mental health issues, including, but not limited to, schizophrenia or dementia. And these farms are going to be used so people can get off of those drugs. But in reality, what this is doing is this is a form of concentration camps. This is exactly the point of them, is you bring them all to this area, which these are all going to be in rural areas, apparently, and people are going to stay there for up to 3 to 4 years. Now, Kennedy has later said that he's not going to force people to attend, but I'm sure there'll be a system that, you know, once you go, you can't leave, if you know what I'm saying. I think it's important to remember that a big part of that terrible thing, the silly mustache man, wasn't just the Jews. The Jews were the biggest part of it, overwhelmingly, but it was also the hundreds of thousands of people who suffered from very, very serious mental health issues, but also very minor mental health issues that were brought to these camps and just done with. They weren't working, they weren't nothing, they were brought there, and they were not leaving alive. These camps are that. That's what you need to understand. These camps, the removal of SSRIs, all of this stuff from the American institution is to get the mentally ill and the mentally, people who suffer from very serious mental health issues out of the streets and into a place where they can be controlled and they can be removed, if you know what I'm saying. That's what this is. Don't let this fluff get the best of you. This is that. And the United States is doing it fully out in the open for everybody to see. A big part of what Silly Mustache Man did, or a big argument that people have said, is that the people didn't know what was happening, which is a bunch of bullshit, by the way. Everybody in Germany knew exactly what was happening when those trains showed up and people were trucked away. Everybody fucking knew what they were doing. And this is the chance for the Americans to know absolutely what their administration is about to do. This is bad. On top of everything else going on in the United States, this is really bad. I hope you guys understand that.